Hey, welcome to the series of session on data mesh. I am Sendil. I am a big data and cloud architect. So in our previous session, we gone through the data mesh principle at the higher level. Now in this session as well as subsequent sessions, we'll be going through each and every principles more in detail. In this particular session, right, we'll be focusing on the first principle of data mesh, which is called the domain oriented decentralized data ownership and architecture. I see that few concepts are bundled into a single principle. Mainly, there are three. One is decentralized, second one is the data ownership, and third one is the architecture. We'll see more in detail in this session. So first one is, what is that domain driven decentralized? So if you see the old analytical data architecture like data lake or lake house, all of them are the centralized data. So it consumes the data from different sources and store in a particular place. The challenges in that model, right, is the truth of data or trust of data. And second thing is the owners. Who is the owner of that one? So, unfortunately, the team that handles the data lake or lakehouse is considered as the owner of the data. That always I have in my mind that how a person who does not know the in and out of a data is considered as a data owner. That always I think on. So here in data mesh, they came with the first principle to address this thing. So what they are planning is instead of going with the centralized approach, they are going with the decentralized approach at the domain level. So what is meant by domain level? In each organization, there will be a set of organizational units, or it will be called as business units. They will be dealing with a set of business activities in that organization. Some of them are, if you take a manufacturer unit, some of them are the manufacturer unit, which is called product, then sales BU or finance BU. So these are the business units of an organization. So here data mesh advise us to choose the domain level at the business unit level. So this is not a strict rule, but is the just an idea or concept from them. So the idea behind this one is right. The business unit knows in and out of what is happening in that business. Example, what are the systems involved, what type of data is being used, either in upstream or downstream, and what are the continuous change and evolution happening in the system and data. They know the in and out of the particular business unit. So our idea is to go business unit at the domain level. So we can think that domain level decentralization, that means business unit level decentralization of data. That is the first concept. So after decentralizing this at domain level, right, the next activity or concept is to identify the owner. Who will be the responsible person for this domain? The person who is closest to the data as well as the continuous change evolution of the data, right? They are the correct person who will be the owner of this data because they know the in and out data, what's happening, what is the data quality, how they know how it can be treated as a trust of data or one truth of data. They know the everything. So they are considered as a data ownership. So in the first concept of this principle, we saw the how to identify the decentralized at domain level. Then we saw how to identify the ownership of a particular domain. Third one is the architecture. So since each domain has its own functionality and systems, it's not a unique architecture, or you cannot have a same architecture across all the domains. The idea is to create a unique architecture at the domain level. So when you say unique architecture, first you need to identify what are the incoming sources for this domain. Let's say name it as a interface. What are the interfaces for this thing? Either it might be from the operational systems, legacy systems, SaaS applications, social media, etc. So whatever incoming to this data incoming to this domain is considered as interfaces here, or you can call it as API also. And next, what are the outcomes or for the downstream system is considered as a endpoints. So we have two things: interface, which is for incoming data, and outcome is considered as a endpoint. Outcome, you might be supplying the data for a data scientist or an analytical person or for reporting dashboard, etc., etc. So all will be considered as a endpoint. Okay. So next we'll see. So this is a simple diagram where the red colored is called as a domain, and left side you will be having a O circle, right? So whatever interface it is, it will be denoted by O, and endpoints are denoted by D. Now we are going to take a particular organization, say manufacturer organization, and for that particular organization, we are going to find the domains and what are the interfaces and endpoints for that one. So this is the sample diagram that I have created for that one. Here, the first purple color is a domain which is called product, and green color is a sales domain. Third one, orange color, is the finance domain. In the first purple color, you will have some O and D circles with the arrow pointing to the product domain, right? So whatever O is called as a interface and D is called the analytic. That means endpoints. So in the product domain, we'll be getting a data from the operating system. Say a new product is being created, you will be getting a data either through real time or batch. So that data will be injected into the product domain. Likewise, whatever data that is coming to the product domain, that will be marked as O with the arrow to it. There might be 50 or 100 interfaces for a domain. And second, similarly, there will be a report generated, downstream system report generating, saying that list me the products per location. So for that, we'll be we'll be creating a number of endpoints that will serve the customers, downstream systems. In some cases, if you take the sales domain, they will be generating a report called sales report per month. In the sales report, they want details like product name, description, and amount of quantities sold. So product name description will not be part of sales data. Normally, the product ID will be available in the sales data. So what uh, th- we have designed is there is a dependency between the domains here. There is a dependency between sales domain and the product domain. So if you see the left side, right, above green color domain box, there is a O, which means that get product details from product domain. So for the sales domain, there is a interface that gets the product level details from the other domain called products. This is called as a dependency domains. So instead of we join at the downstream, instead of we joining product domain and sales domain and getting the product name and all, we designed in such a way that Whatever required data from other domains, dependency domain, can be pulled as a source for the particular domain. Okay. So in this particular session, we saw that how to identify the domains and decentralize the data at the domain level. Then second thing, identifying the data ownership for a particular domain. Third one, architecture, how to identify the interfaces, endpoints for a domain as well as the dependency things. So when you are implementing this principle, right, there are three activities you need to follow. Here, if you see the bullet points, activities, these are the activities in this particular first principle. Identify and decentralize data at domain level. That is the first one. Second thing, identify the data owner for each domain. Third one, like the diagram that we have, derive the interface and endpoints for each domain. You might be having 50, 100 interface endpoints. You have to uh, we draw a diagram like this one, which will give a clear idea saying that these are the income and outcome of my particular domain, which will be helpful for the next principle that we'll be seeing in the next session, which is called data as a product. Okay. Hope you might have enjoyed this session. So if you have any question, just drop me a mail, okay, or you can post a comment so that I can reply you back. Thank you. We'll connect on the next session soon. Thank you. Bye.